This is Mama Thea of Asli Pure, and when I want to hear the story from the lion and the lioness, I listen to Lion Voice with Ras Bonsu.
What do you have to tell the people about Ras Tafari?
Light to the world. The king of kings and the conquering lion of the tribe of Judah. I left himself. Where's my ruler? Hey yo! Yeah. Hail him high, hail the black king on the 23rd of July. So tell them guy who praise God up in the sky, it's a lie. The Almighty living on your night. From ancient time them a try. Them Romans know them just open them suit and ties. Criminals ain't got no alibi, they stole my people. Then them come without them genocide.
Are you talking about slavery?
Them couldn't kill the lion where come conquer Judah tribe. Go through tribulation, and I strive, see sufferation, and I still rise. That's why we tell them in America, live Rastafari in every ghetto area. We come to tell them in a Toronto, straight and even. Welcome into the space. We're having a conversation tonight about technology and Rastafari. Drop your comments. Sister Fanai is trying to connect. She's having some Wi-Fi challenges. She prayerfully through the powers of the King will be with us shortly. But even if the Wi-Fi doesn't work and we have to reschedule, we want to make sure that we still have the conversation here because it's important. Technology, how does that fit into the modern Rastafari? We're talking about things like hydroelectric power. You know, we see the Ethiopia Renaissance Dam, which has the potential to light up Africa. So we cannot put forward a face of Rastafari that's anti-technology. You know what I mean? And there are some sectors of the family that hold that kind of stance and sackcloth and barefoot. We knew enough of them when we come up. We don't see them as much anymore. The times get dread. But there was a time when you had a lot of brethren who were dealing with that part, you know, the sackcloth, and ones who know who have been treading this trad know what I'm talking about. And okay, we give thanks.
Why am I not surprised, Brother Kwasi? Why am I not surprised? And why the subject of tonight is so important for us to have our own technology, even low grade, to avoid these type of things.
Yes. No, this is what the Almighty have planned is gonna happen, you know. So we don't even worry. I just keep talking.
Exactly.
I'm long-winded, you know. I am the reading Ras, so we can talk. You know what I mean? But I want to hear from the eye tonight. So just take us through again the eye uprising and your journey into technology as a child up until into technology.
I was born in Walkerswood, St. Anne, Jamaica. I'm the 8th child of two beautiful parents, a migrant daughter who came here in 1979. And my dad started a shipping company, Transcribe Express Shippers, and we all used to help deliver barrels and take orders. But I realized he needed a order sheet. So I used my skill at the time as a youth to teach myself how to start designing dad's order pads for the company and driver pickup sheets. And that's how my love for technology started, because I realized it was making his work more efficient. And then I started doing voiceovers and commercials in Soho in New York, because I was raised up in New Jersey. And then I started doing voiceovers and I said, wow, I love this media thing. So even though I went to school at the World Trade Center to help the family business, I studied international trade and logistics. At the age of 26, I was the only person of color, the only female, and the youngest in the class of corporate white male.
What year are we talking about? Just to give some context.
96.
Yeah, because you look like a young woman, you know. So we have to let the people know that this is from time you're talking about.
Yeah. I'm 50. I'm gonna be 52 in October, you know. And I have two grandchildren now.
People not going to know that. So just by looking at the eyes, so you have to give them the context.
Yes,
so we're talking about the 90s,
mid-90s. Thanks.
You know what I mean? The mid.
Thanks for the question.
Yeah, man, the mid-90s.
So that was about 1996 when I went to school. Yeah, and then I was raised around Abuna Yisak. He's our godfather, Abalaiki Mandefro. That's His Imperial Majesty High Priest. He raised him in his own palace, and he was the emissary that was sent in 1952 to teach everyone and about the Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo faith.
Okay.
Right? So I grew up in the midst of him, as well as other high priests and Batawes and priests. And it was my brother, 5 brothers were all Rastafari.
Okay.
And I was raised with a very close-knit Rastafari Ethiopian Tewahedo community.
Okay.
I was a designated babysitter in the tri-state area. So sometimes all 50 youth at my mother's house when everybody gone a third world show or plan a next show. And that's my love for theater. And because every time they left the children with I used to dress them up and we perform little things. So my love for media started then. I was a designated babysitter of the whole tri-state, New York, Connecticut, Philly, New York. They know us. They call me Sim Sim. Sim Sim, I go watch all the youth them because we are going for a mission.
Wow,
Seen?
wow,
So that's how it started. And then with me helping to design the new media for my dad's business, I really didn't even know nothing about computer until 99. We really pick up the computer, you know.
Okay.
And then I used to have these visions that I build this huge platform, and the whole diaspora, our people were able to find each other. They were shopping online. And I used to always have these visions. And I used to always tell Abba, you know, Abuna Yisak, and he said, he prophesied over I like twice, which, you know, once when I was 14, another when I was 26.
Okay.
I won't say what it is here, you know what I'm saying? But it convict I to hold my post, even though I know it was not going to be easy. I know I was called, you know, from the womb for a certain thing, just like many of us, but I don't have to go to Timbuktu or Lalibela to know my purpose.
Yes.
So the purpose is to utilize my talent for the greater good of all, because we are all one. So Abuna Yisak told me I must never give up. So when I had I don't know if a lot of ones knew, the Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church was under siege and under attack in the 90s.
Yes.
And August 9th, 1998, the NYPD came in with delegations of corrupt ones from DC and came to the church in the Bronx. That was what His Imperial Majesty used his funds to purchase a building, because he was building a cathedral in Manhattan.
Okay.
So he sent Abuna Yisak as the emissary to the West. First, he came to Trinidad and Guyana, then Jamaica, and him seal up or baptized over 5,000 Ras in one strong end, you know.
Wow.
So these are stories, and I grew up with stories that may not make the media, you know. He's the same high priest when you look at Bob Marley video, and he's the one that baptized Bob Marley, gave him the name Zena-Selassie to the Menfeskidu, so the Holy Spirit utterance. So he always said, you know, we supposed to expand the faith because that was the desire of His Imperial Majesty. So as a youth growing up and seeing men in black used to be outside of the church at the Bronx, you know. So Majesty took his money and purchased a building because he was about to buy a cathedral in Manhattan. But the building was like a 3-story duplex. So the priests used to come and be housed there.
Okay.
And it had elders that used to come there from the civil rights movement, from the Coptic Church of Harlem, the Harlemites and the old Garveyites, they old Ethiopian World Federation members. And they were elders now, so they were glad that the faith would come and Majesty send a building. So they used to go and be of service to the Kesdem and the priests them at the church of Mount. It wasn't a church then, it was a building.
Yes.
But just when Majesty was getting ready to get the cathedral, them depose him.
Okay.
Could you envision
this sounds like a documentary. This sounds like a documentary because this confluence of culture in Manhattan, which is the world city, you know what I mean? This is a history most of us don't know. I study His Majesty. I didn't know that His Majesty bought a building in Manhattan. You know what I mean? And these are
Montgomery.
We have to look at, because His Majesty purchased properties all over. You know, there was a black print that we have to really look at. We know Jerusalem properties were purchased. We know different, you know, the Haile Selassie School, which we'll talk about. But before we get there, so you grew up as a Rastafari child then. Did you always accept the divinity of His Majesty, or how did you come to that fullness?
My dad, not like Rasta. He never did like Rasta. But in the end, he did, because he even get sealed up and get the name Zena-Selassie.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if my father lead the Coral Garden massacre. Me said the breed of beating we get. Yo, when the priest used to call, I said, let him greetings. May I speak to King Michael? He don't name King Michael, he name Gregory Ellsworth Rotty. Or one of them father there. Real champion, but he never, want nothing to do with Rasta. Then all I youth them come over be Rastafari. But I remember when they used to carry me go Ochi as a little girl, right? Every weekend we go Ochi, go beard, go fisherman, go beard and them something there. And I remember he saying, darling, you see that man over there with the locks? Stay far from them. They're my black heart man. Don't go near them. And me just suck my finger, me a little girl, and I say, boy, but they look wonderfully. Me love them. Me just love them. Me just suck my finger and look out the window. I said, me don't know what that I talk because them your man here who me want they wrong. This is how a man named Coco Loco used to eat coconut and then kind of then say mad, but me think he was a genius. And his skin used to shine because he eat a lot of coconut. I used to love the man. Then my father said that's a madman. So my love for Rastafari as a child, no matter how my father used to tell me things about Rastafari, it grew with this with time. Now, with the Majesty purchasing the building, it would have caused a conflict in New York, especially with the African Renaissance community. Because if you really look at Ethiopians and when they go to worship, how they look with the white and the head cover up. It's just like you've gone in ancient of time because Ethiopia is the oldest Bible, is the mother of the Beta Christian, the Beta Israel, which is the house of Israel, the house of Yehuda. They're one. So Ethiopia hold the Ark of the Covenant, the right arm of the cross, this holy thing. So could you envision if we came out in this beautiful array and our Ethiopian clothes and our pious way? Everybody, it would have caused the Black Christ, the Black Madonna, So they had to depose him, but he used his own funds that was left and purchased the building. Saint Abuna Yisak was there. But Abuna Yisak now had to carry the building. He's just a priest, a high priest. So let me tell you something. The elders start doing bake sales, all sort of things, but that wasn't enough. So the Rastafari jumping now. Them all moving, some of the youth, them own children in the building. And they make downstairs in the basement now the church. And guess what them do? I'll juggler. May I tell you the story nobody don't know. A Xavier, reggae, and cannabis still Ethiopian Orthodox Church of the West.
Time for celebration. Out of hell, and we reach high elevation. Time for your creation. Well, black woman, me come for love and protect you. Look how long Babylon disrespect you. Rastafari never reject you. Them just want to sex you. Well then, black woman, me come for love and protect you. Look how long Babylon disrespect you. Rastafari will never neglect you. Lion him want to take you. Then black woman them treat you worse than sin. Ask them dirty boy out that them beating. How them get so slack for attack your black skin. How them get so slack for go practice bleaching. No, let's get back to teaching. Mother of creation, like not a thing. Plus you're full of melanin, that's why she whining with perfect timing. No, black woman may come for love and protect you. Look how long them heathen disrespect you. Rastafari never reject you. Them just want to sex you. Well then, black woman may come for love and protect you. Look how long Babylon disrespect you. Rastafari never neglect you. As I only want to take you. Well then, she survived the molestation and tribulation. Try steal your joy when you're young. Babylon want mash up your meditation. Stamp on the plantation. Curse passed down through generation. Till these sheep read revelation. Weep not, tell him that the lion has come. No, come for love and protect you. Look how long Babylon disrespect you. Rastafari never reject you. Them just want to sex you. Well then, black woman may come for love and protect you. Look how long Babylon disrespect you. Rastafari never reject you. I only want to take you. Well then, remember you give birth. Many times you are go get your feelings hurt. Any Sunday you step in a them church. Any Monday you walk in a them work. No, put you first. No, you a soul search. Leave before things get worse. Who just bless them can't curse. Well,